being dehydrated can actually make you feel hungry. Isn't that interesting, right? So you might think, oh, I just need more food. Oh, I need, to eat more. I'm hungry. I've got that gurgle, right? The ghrelins releasing in my body. No. A lot of times, even for myself, I've noticed that when I'm feeling hungry, if I go drink a bunch of water, usually it will subside. Not completely, and sometimes it doesn't do it at all, but most of the time it helps. So it's interesting because this dehydration actually kind of gives us this fake hunger, quote unquote. So when we have that fake hunger, as we described, it's obviously real hunger, but that's the sensation we get, but it's not actually because we need food. It's just because we're dehydrated. And if you're feeling this, you might be leaning towards foods that might not make you feel more satiated, right? So kind of those unhealthy foods, instead of just drinking water. So when you eat those low quality foods, of course, that's going to lead to some more hunger. And the real issue is never addressed. And I think this is kind of the bigger thing I wanted to talk about in this section of it, in how hydration is affecting your hunger, is that when you are dehydrated, when you actually feel that dehydrated, you have already lost about 1 to 2% of your overall body weight in water. And this has profound effects on mental cognition, physical performance, of course, weight loss, as we just described. And you can lose even more water much, much quicker. So I just wanted to reiterate how important it is to drink water, especially when you're on a weight loss diet, not only to control your hunger, but to be able to perform and think clearly as well. Also, too, when we're talking about kind of dehydration, you might be thinking, oh, okay, so I'm just going to go drink a bunch of soda, alcohol, juices, I'm just going to get my liquids in. Water is going to be the best source, and I wanted to kind of go back to this idea that certain drinks, even if you're drinking them to try to stay hydrated, they might make you feel more hungry. So things like sodas, certain alcohols, fruit juices, usually high in sugar and calories, which can lead you to being more hungry. So really, really try to stick with that water source. That's definitely one of the best things that I would recommend doing. And of course, you might be asking me, okay, you sold me. How much water should I drink then? A good starting point, and this is completely dependent on how much exercise you do, if you live in a hot environment, lots of different things. A good starting point is to do half of your body weight in ounces. So for myself personally, I weigh 165 pounds. Let's just round down to 160 just to make this easier. I would then drink about 80 ounces of water per day. But the thing about that is that's just to live. That's not counting all the water I would lose during, let's say, exercise, for example, doing activities of daily life. If it was hot during the summer, we lose a lot more water throughout the day. So I usually try to get almost 1 ounce per pound of body weight, just because that makes me feel good. Again, it's going to depend on your overall activity level. This is just a starting point for you, but just know that if you're dehydrated, that really, really, really could be increasing your overall hunger signals in your body and setting you up for failure